Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I want to go over how I passed my cosmetology state board exam. Now I took my state board exam a couple days ago and I'm covering all my information up for personal reasons, but I passed. As you can see, it says pass. So for reference, I want to say that I'm located in Illinois. When I was trying to do this video and I was trying to look for resources for Illinois, I could not find a couple of Reddit threads here or there, but nothing like recently. So I wanted to make this video. If you're in Illinois, this video is mostly for you, but if you're from other states, please sit and enjoy. Maybe this could help you too. So let's get started. Before we start, I do want to say I went to Paul Mitchell, the school, Chicago, and for the state of Illinois, you need about 1,500 hours in order to qualify to take your state board. I did my whole 1,500 hours, and for us, the testing fee was $195, and we had 2 hours to do our state board. Right here, I have my little notes about how I passed my state board, so you know, if that's why you're here, listen. So first, PivotPoint website and workbook. Now I went to Paul Mitchell. We use PivotPoint. If you don't know what PivotPoint is a very updated curriculum to learn cosmetology. Now you have between PivotPoint and Milady. Most schools use Milady, but we end up using PivotPoint. Now with PivotPoint, this was our workbook. So when we all went to Paul Mitchell, we all got our workbooks. But the actual workbook itself was online on the PivotPoint website, and we had access to like matching games, quizzes, videos, index, more, and study slides. So yes. Now I use the PivotPoint website almost every day. What I would do is, one, I would take the study slides. I would download all the study slides that I need to use to study for the test, or for things that I would have problem with, like for example relaxers and perms. I'm very bad at relaxers and perms. Like retaining the information for me was very hard, so I would download the study slides and I would write all the study slides in composition notebooks like these. I have 2 of them. And did I write down everything? No, I did not. I just wrote down the things I had trouble with: relaxers, perms, chemistry, some sanitation, things like that. So that helped me a lot. When I was writing down with the study slides, I would use color pens, and these color pens, I would write down the definitions and other notes, because color actually helps you remember more. It helps you remember better. So I do suggest when you study, use color pens for your studying. Now, another thing about the PivotPoint website is that besides the study slides, they had the ACE exams. If you don't know what the ACE exam is, ACE is their test. ACE are tests that you can take to help you study your state exam. So how do I describe it? There are 7 tests, 7 different versions of the state board. No, it is not word for word, bar for bar. These are hundreds of questions that you can answer that are rephrased on the actual state exam, and they will help you get the idea of what could be on the test. So for example, I had a relaxer question on the state board, which was found on the ACE test, but it was rephrased differently. And that was, what type of relaxer is used for color treated hair? I can't pronounce it, but it starts with an A, but I know what I'm talking about when I see it. So studying the test, doing study slides, and writing with color pens can help you studying for the state board or just any test, because it helps you with memorization. So the second thing that I use to study for my state exams is the PivotPoint Book App. Now, again, this is for PivotPoint users. So what I would do, the PivotPoint Book App on my tablet, and I would download the PivotPoint Book App on my iPad right here. And what the PivotPoint Book App is the whole entire workbook in one app for the tablet. No games, no study slides, no none of that, just the workbooks itself. So if you don't have time to sit and take your book with you with a laptop or tablet, the PivotPoint Book App on the tablet is like the next best thing because you can take it with you on the go. So that's number 2. Number 3, the Cosmetology Exams Center app. Now, this is, you have to pay $10 if you want to access the whole thing, but I do recommend it because it's really insightful. Now, when you first download the app, you get 20 free questions and you get a category of the questions that you miss, and whatever you miss, you can study on. What I like about this app is that if you don't know something, it gives you the definition of it at the bottom on the little question mark, and you press it and it tells you like what it is basically. It's $10. No, this is not sponsored, but I really think you should get it. It is a good investment because you get access to over 500 questions. They're all categorized by each category that you will learn in cosmetology school. Also, they have 7 different versions of the state board. No, it's not the real state board. It's just practice questions. But from what I did my research, mostly people on Reddit were saying that some states said that it was word for word the test. Other people said it was nothing like the actual state board. Some people said that it looked like it was on the state board but just rephrased. Same for me. Like, it wasn't word for word the state board, but it was rephrased differently, but it was still similar to the state board, which really helped. I do think, like I said, you should get it. It is $10, but it is worth it. Number 4, YouTube. I know most people are going to tell you YouTube or this channel or that channel, but for me, I'm a visual learner. So when I was doing perms at school, I had the visual of learning the perms, learning the 20 steps of a perm. Now that I was out of school and I was studying, I had trouble remembering perm theory and things like that. So for me, watching videos, like watching the 20 steps with the video definitely helped. Because when I took my state board, I was able to translate the visual to the written exam. So those are my 4 things of those are my 4 ways of how I studied for the state board. Now, this may or may not help you, but this is just how I studied. I wanted to say that the state board itself is hard, but that's also because I had a written exam. It was no practical, just written. If you went to Paul Mitchell, you already know our practical was final phase. But yes, the state board is not hard. Do not overthink. Do not overstress. It's really, really easy. All I have to say for real is study the things that you have trouble with. I can admit, relaxers and perms aren't my favorite. So when I was studying for the test, I had to really, really, really study those 2 areas. But it wasn't really hard. So my word of advice to you is do not stress. Don't stress. Don't stress. Take a deep breath and everything will be a-okay. And you got this and you will pass your test, and I believe in you. But if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I also want to purposely say I haven't been on YouTube in a minute, so I'm still nervous about being on cameras, but I am trying my best to be less nervous for you guys. So the next video I should be less nervous, and so on therefore. But like I said, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and follow for more. Peace.